The Vex Mythoclast is one of the most sought after weapons in the game, and it's also one of the rarest too. We're currently living through the age of fusion rifles in the game, and Vex Mythoclast has the benefit of being a fast firing fusion, but also the alternate firing mode turning into a linear fusion rifle as well. So it's been through its nerfs and its buffs, but at the time of making this guide, this is the weapon that you want. Well, today I'm going to look at the stats, the perks, plus how to get the Vex Mythoclast in Destiny 2. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Well, before we look at how to get the weapon, let's check out the stats and the perks. So the Vex Mythoclast is an exotic energy fusion rifle, and it comes with the following perks. So first of all, it's got arrowhead brakes, so lightly vented barrel, greatly controls recoil and increases the handling speed. So this battery simultaneously exists in multiple timelines, causing the weapon to overcharge. You've got hand-laid stock, so this weapon is optimized for recoil control and increases the stability. And then you've got the exotic perk, so Timeless Mythoclast. This weapon fires full auto when in its default firing mode. And then you've got Temporal Unlimiter. Defeating targets builds stacks of overcharge. And then you've got the alternate weapon action, swap firing modes when fully overcharged. And in the alternate firing mode, so you hold the trigger to charge up and fire more powerful linear fusion rifle shots. So looking at the stats on the weapon, we've got 33 for impact, 86 for range, 37 for stability, 55 for handling, 64 for reload speed. It's a 390 rounds per minute fusion rifle with 25 in the magazine. Well, the Vex Mythoclast is unique amongst fusion rifles. Instead of charging up a rapid burst of bolts, the Vex Mythoclast fires in full auto, and additionally is capable of switching between its auto rifle mode to a linear fusion rifle mode as well. So kills overcharge the weapon up to a maximum of 6, to which it can switch to the linear fusion rifle mode. So killing different enemies provides different charge levels. So Vex is really strong, plus it fires fast. When paired with particle deconstruction this season, then you're going to be able to pepper bosses and lower level enemies in PvE combat and kill them really quickly. Vex has changed since the D1 days. Now you've got that alternate firing mode, which turns the weapon into a linear fusion rifle for a few shots, making Vex Mythoclast extra powerful and great for boss DPS. So Vex Mythoclast is probably one of the best all-round weapons in both PvE and PvP at the moment, although we do have a nerf coming in the December sandbox update, and that's going to make things a little bit harder to get headshots in PvP. At the moment, it's pretty much a easy kill button in PvP, but come December, I imagine you're going to see the weapon's uses drop a little bit in the Crucible. Well, next up, let's have a look at how to get the Vex Mythoclast in Destiny 2. So to get the Vex, it's a random drop from the Athean encounter in the Vault Glass raid, and he, of course, is the final boss. So take down Athean at the end of the raid, and there's approximately between 3 and 5% chance of getting the weapon to drop for you. Personally, it took me 29 completions of the Vault Glass raid to get the weapon to drop, and 29 apparently isn't even a big number. I've run into people in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, so getting this weapon could take a little bit of time. And unfortunately, it is all down to luck. There's nothing really special you can do to get this one to drop. You just simply have to beat Athean in the Vault Glass raid, and you've got 3 chances each week, resetting on Tuesday, 1 on each character. So you don't have to run the whole raid, it's only tied to the final boss encounter, so you can keep an eye out on LFG websites for the Athean encounter, or of course, run them with your clan. So if you want to hear my reaction to Vex dropping for me, well, here it is.
It's so nice because you could literally run in like 8 minutes and then restart it.
I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think.
Yeah.
Let's
Hey.
go.
Finally!
Cheers, man.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
yeah, dude.
Well, next up, let's have a look at how to get the Vex Mythoclast Catalyst. Well, to get the Catalyst, you have to go back into the Vault Glass raid to solve a number of Oracle puzzles to get that Catalyst to drop. So what you have to do is find the plates and then shoot them with the Vex, and that causes the Oracles to appear. Then you have to destroy the Oracles in the sequence they appeared, then repeat this process 5 times in the raid, and the Catalyst will drop for you. So as with other catalysts, this is going to give you very useful orb generation ability, plus the kill tracker too. Also, the higher stacks of the overcharge increase stability. So I don't have a catalyst yet up on the channel, but I will have a guide for it later on. But I will link it here in the video once that's done. Well, next up, let's have a look at the Vex Mythoclast buff in Season of the Lost. So Bungie buffed Vex in Season of Lost after a rather lackluster introduction in Season 14. So Bungie say PvE damage bonus increased by 40%, range increased to exceed the best in class for 360 high damage auto rifles, increased the stability, reworked the catalyst to grant stability and damage after a kill, and increased the rate of fire from 360 to 390, and reduced the linear fusion rifle mode charge time from 820 to 533, same as standard linear fusion rifles, and no longer loses overcharged stacks on stow, except when in linear mode. So the PvE damage bonus of 40% made this thing a monster, and one of the most desirable weapons in the game. So you'll notice this immediately in endgame PvE content, like nightfalls and raids. They simply become just much easier. Plus, that increased rate of fire makes this something very difficult to contend with in PvP. Well, next let's have a look at the Vex nerf coming in December 2021. So Bungie gave some details about the upcoming nerf to Mythoclast, given it's particularly strong in PvP. So I don't think they want to nerf it into the ground, given when it first came out they were a little overcautious, and really it wasn't very strong, to the point of it being pretty useless. Since the buff at the start of Season of the Lost, it's been a really strong weapon in all game modes. So Bungie say about the December balancing, yep, we overbuffed this a little bit, and while it's kept in check by the peak shot potential of hand cannons in PvP, it's definitely melting faces, so in playtest we feel it's strong enough to be desirable without it feeling free. So what they've done is reduce the aim assist stat by 25, reduce the linear fusion rifle mode aim assist cone scaler from 1.1 to 1.05, and now requires 3 eliminations for a full overcharge instead of 2. So really, all of those changes are going to affect PvP. Hopefully it's not going to be changed in PvE too much. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of the Vex Mythoclast, and let me know how many runs of Vault of Glass it took you. So I would be really interested to know. For me, it took 29, and I do think I'm a little bit lucky with that. As I mentioned, I've heard of people in 50 runs. So if you haven't got it yet, I really hope it drops for you soon. And also let me know in the comments what you think of the nerf in PvP, and let me know if you think it was needed. Well, that is it for this guide for how to get the Vex Mythoclast in Destiny 2. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.